Hello, this is Christian Kastner on Leadership Wednesday. If you have ever wondered what a chocolate bar has to do with leadership, then you're right here. I want to speak today about mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of these buzzwords around. You have probably heard about it. And I'm most certainly not into this new age or esoteric stuff, but I have come along a book by Martin Newman. It's called the Mindfulness book. And this is a very good book which reminds us about being more present and being more living in the right now of every moment. Yeah, that basically what mindfulness is that you're paying attention to what you're actually doing, to what is happening in the moment, and to owning the moment. We live in a time where business is all over the place. Every one of us is very busy. We are bombarded every minute, every second with text messages, with WhatsApp, with Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. And so we very seldom have the time to sit down and just to concentrate on one thing. I realize as a leader, we are very unproductive a lot of times because our mind is racing around and we are not having the right approach or a concentrated approach on what we're doing right now. Have you ever observed, for example, when you're talking to your spouse and she's talking about something and then after a while she asks you a question and you have no idea what she was talking about because your mind was somewhere else? That's exactly what I mean. So mindfulness is concentrating as a way of doing things in the now, in the right now, what we are here, and to paying attention to the present moment, to the ordinary, what we are doing. Yeah, it's more an awareness process than a thinking process. Yeah, it means that you sometimes just sit still and concentrate what you're doing right now. Try to forget everything around you and just concentrating on the task. Secondly, it also is a psychological thing because it's the ability of deliberately take your attention and the full range of your experience to the now moment, what you're doing. And thirdly, it's also the ability to suspend judgment on everything and every circumstances where you are. That is something, where what I observe in my life often, you go and you are trained to fix every problem. Yeah, so you're going through life, through a company, through a visit, through meeting a new business partner, and in your mind you're evaluating and putting everything on the shelf, good, bad. We have to fix this, we have to do that. Yeah, instead of just sitting there and trying to concentrate on what the other person is saying and to observe with all of your senses what is happening right now. That's also a very important thing, when you work in a cross-cultural environment like I do. You'll be visiting a lot of times people from different countries, personal backgrounds, different living conditions what we are having here in our countries. Yeah, and the worst thing what you can do to put a kind of a label on everything. Yeah, instead of asking the person, what you mean by that, how do you experience that? Can you give me a feedback on what I just did? We are trying to fixing everything according to our behavior and to our normation. Yeah, and so to summarize this in a mindful practice or in a way of doing a more mindful operation, I want to encourage you to remember to pay closer attention to the now, to the ordinary experience. And that is where the chocolate bar comes in. If you remember, as a child, sometimes you only had one bar of chocolate and you were really putting it in small sizes and trying to enjoy one after the next one and really get the most out of the one bar. While today, when you're getting a whole bar, you're probably eating half of it or the whole bar at once without thinking about it. So maybe you take some minutes and sit down, just watch the bar from outside, try to estimate the weight, slowly open it, break it, smell it, put it on your tongue, enjoy the moment, take a little bite, leave it on your tongue, wait until the chocolate is melted, swallow it down, and experience it until the taste is gone. And so, with just a little exercise like this, you enlarging the positive experience of a chocolate. Yeah, I do sometimes here during the day when I have to do a very important phone call before. I just pause for 1 minute, trying to concentrate on what is in my mind and try to concentrate on the upcoming phone call. Yeah, try to quiet myself inside, taking some deep breath, and that helps me to concentrate on what is coming, trying to block everything else out and just concentrating on the now moment. I hope that was a little bit helpful to get your desire to learn more about mindfulness. I'm happy to be on this way with you. Thank you for watching, and I see you next week.